Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 2. So it has been a little while now, so I don't quite recall the exact specifics as to or the state of the world previously. I could have gone and rewatched my last video, but screw that. Let's just take a quick moment to try and get a grasp on the state of the world right now. So Prussia is still a great power, although they have been knocked down. Technically speaking, they should be a number 12. So they should be getting knocked down in the relatively near-ish future. The South Germans knocked Saxony out of our sphere of influence recently. And they have managed to sphere Saxony, so we're going to have to deal with the South Germans. Either they need to get knocked down to secondary power status as a result of somebody, quite a few people actually, potentially rising up in the ranks. Or I'm gonna have to go and beat the crap out of the South Germans to get them back into my sphere. And then, of course, get Saxony back in as well. We do need to get Denmark into our sphere of influence. I'm not quite sure why we are not doing that. But whatever the reason, let's go ahead and get that started back up again. And let me go ahead and get my timer started. I sort of roughly remembered what was going on. I just needed to take a quick look back over everything to make sure that I was indeed remembering correctly. So, timer started. Okay, so we got a couple things we need to do. We need to kick the Germans out of Anhalt. Well, not kick them out, but decrease their opinion. Same with Brunswick. Or Brunswick, or whatever the hell it's called. Do the same in Bremen. Need to kick the South Germans out of Frankfurt. I don't sadly see us succeeding in Saxony against the South Germans unless something changes, so that's sadly going to be a thing we're going to have to deal with. We are almost done researching the machine gun. Yep, they've kicked us out of Saxony. There's our wonderful machine guns that should allow us to get colonial negotiations relatively quickly. And then we can potentially start colonizing. Like, actually colonizing, not just beating the shit out of Egypt and taking their stuff and saying, this is mine now. Now, I'm kind of curious if I want to get economic responsibility for that increased diplomatic influence, so that we can sphere people and whatnot a little bit faster. I think I might. Or do I want to try and get the artillery first? You know what? I think we're going to be fine on the military aspect. Let's go ahead and get economic responsibility for the diplomatic influence. Disperse them. I'd rather not go and kill a whole bunch of Serbs. Thank you very much, game. That could result in just other issues. Get the hell out. South Germany, you are annoying me. South Germany has the advantage of there not needing to also defend all of these miners. You know what? France, if you want to try and get the Netherlands, I won't stop you. They're not particularly important to me in the grand scheme of things. They are a nice to have at best, but they are by no means a requirement for me. Now, technically, Sweden should be jumping up. In the nearest future. I don't believe it matters if you are in somebody's sphere. I believe you become... Well, yeah, South Germany wasn't in our sphere. Or they were in our sphere when they became a great power, so Sweden should be jumping up at some point. Because they're not a satellite or anything like that, so they're just taking their sweet old time to decide, hey, we're gonna pop up all of a sudden. When does my truce with you expire? April 22nd. God damn it. I think we're gonna lose, who is it? It's one of these miners somewhere. You. I think we're gonna lose you, sadly. No, I'm gonna assert my position on Denmark, thank you very much. Although our thing with Denmark really is not going anywhere anytime soon. I mean, how much are we gaining here? Basically nothing. Yeah, I'm not too surprised by that, if I'm being honest. This is what happens when you have too many people you need to influence. So I really need Prussia to get knocked off the great power stage. And you know what? I really don't need... You know what? Let's break our alliance with you. When does the truce expire? Oh, no truce. Well then. Once our diplomat arrives, we're gonna go to war with the South Germans. Okay, you have just enough supply limit on these regions. So once our diplomat gets back, we're going to go to war with the South Germans, since apparently... Yes! Haha! Just what I needed. Okay, Prussia. We have a truce, so I can't actually do anything with you. Never mind. But there we go. Prussia's been knocked down, finally. Sweden wants an alliance. Do I want an alliance with Sweden? I'm going to be duking it out with Sweden for Denmark now. And you risk getting me into war with Russia, which means a war with France. But you're not a terrible ally. And in the event you try to drag me into a war, I can always say no. So, yeah, we'll accept the alliance offer, but we don't actually, you know, plan to work with you, I'm afraid. So we're gonna assert hegemony over the South Germans. That should get Saxony back into our sphere. Is the way that should work. But then I need to get your... I need to knock you down. And you're at 6. And there's a pretty decent gap between you and Japan. And I don't have the infamy... Well, technically that's not true. If I'm powerful enough, the AI won't do anything to stop me. If I go over the 25 limit. And maybe I'll just do a humiliate. That'll knock your prestige down. Or maybe I'll just try and force you to release somebody. I don't know, we'll figure it out, but we're gonna go to war. As per usual though, quick save before I go to war. So assert hegemony. I could call in my allies. They're not really necessary, but I'll do it anyway. Because there's literally no reason not to. You know, you get in there too. You know, both of you are going to go there. 2 of you are going to go there. I'm going to send you there. I'm going to send you guys in on Saxony. You're ready to go. I don't know where I'm going to send you, but I'll bring you over here. You'll find somebody to support. Go knock out that army. There we go. That'll do. Okay, you go back that guy up. Oh, Hamburg wants an alliance. Sure. Welcome aboard. Okay, so humiliate would increase my infamy by 3, decreasing your prestige by 36. That is still not enough to get you under. I'm a little annoyed that this is such a close battle. There we go. I can force them to accept now. If I force you to free Württemberg, that would up my prestige by 7. Do I want to just go with humiliate? I mean, it'll help. I would much prefer to conquer some of your territory, I'll be completely honest. But that'll take me well over. And I really don't want to risk the ire of the rest of Europe on me. And I still need to go and beat the crap out of Prussia some more at the end of the day. We're going to go with humiliate. Which means I now need to hold out for a little bit longer. November 14th. You go back them up. You are actually losing that, which is really freaking annoying to say the least. And you would not accept that right now. Still will not accept that. I'm just going to go ahead and take that loss. Annoyingly, I own your capital, but apparently that's not enough. There we go. So I get Saxony back in my fold. There we go. Although I think I'm going to have to potentially rebuild some of my armies. I'm not quite sure. Actually, maybe not. Actually, I think I might have gotten lucky, and I will be fine. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to get Prussia in our sphere. There is a decent rebellion in Denmark. And I'm afraid I can't really help the Danes with that. They're gonna have to figure that out on their own. Wonderful, that made everybody hostile to them. Okay, people within our sphere. We need to decrease things so we can try and focus on Denmark. I don't really care. Well, actually, Lithuania might be. I think. Is Lithuania important? I think they might be, yes. Since technically they do have a territory that is considered a German core. How are we doing so poor with you? It's probably because I'm busy influencing so many people at once, really. That's why I need the economic responsibility. Okay, so nobody lost anybody, right? Your girl at 415? Wonderful. We didn't lose anybody. Well, we didn't lose any brigades, rather. Now, I do still have the issue of the South Germans still exist, so I still can't do anything until I get rid of them. Now, sadly, the Swedes are doing much better than me when it comes to getting Denmark, which is very annoying. Do I want to prop up 2 Sicilies? I think I might actually want to prop up 2 Sicilies. If I can knock Sweden back down off the board, I won't have to worry about them influencing Denmark. Our truce is supposed to expire when again? Oh, God, 4 more years. Well, let's just focus on getting down our infamy. It's about the best I can do. And now most of these guys are actually trying to form their alliances with me. because they don't have Big Brother Prussia to protect them anymore. There we go. Yes, I can start colonizing slowly. I need to build up my naval power some more. So let's build some more naval bases for the colonial power it gives. But to do that more, I'm going to actually have to research better naval bases. So that's going to be a thing we're going to have to deal with. Yeah, Slovakia has really slumped down on the clergyman. Let's see, how is, you guys are building my railroads now, right? At least in theory. Yeah, see, I see no reason to sign the Geneva Convention. It's not, particularly useful, in my opinion. Okay, yeah. Screw you, Sweden. Let's just get Lithuania for now. How are you? Are we at cordial or... No, we're only at neutral. Yep. God, that's gonna take forever. Okay. Looks like Prussia's gonna be joining the world stage again, which is very annoying. I need to prop up to Sicily some more. What do you guys got for factories I can build? This is a great place for a explosive, or not explosives, ammunition factory. I'll build you an ammunition factory in Sicily. You know what? It's not a terrible place to build canned goods. Actually, never mind. It's not as good as I was thinking. Puglia only has... Puglia is a little bit better, actually. And you already got one there, so never mind. I really can't do anything with you, can I? No. And sheep are worthless. I'm sorry, but it's true. I don't know why sheep are even really a trading resource in here, because they're not a raw resource necessary for anything. You don't use... I mean, I assume it's supposed to actually give you wool. Yeah, it's supposed to be wool, not sheep. But you can't use wool for anything. It's not a raw resource for anything, as far as I can tell. It's just something you can build. Or, well, acquire, at least. So, yeah, that's a thing. And it's actually slightly annoying that you would include a raw resource that is not utilized for anything. So, yeah, annoyingly, Prussia's going to be coming back on the world stage. Oh, where are we talking about? Is that here? Yes, over here. Who are these guys? The Romanians. Who again? I don't know of any Romanians. Where am I? I'm actually not too far behind. Huh. What happened to the British? They actually have a weaker military than me. And I think they lost all of their capital ships. Because the only numbers it's giving for providing their military score are soldiers and army and leaders. They do still have 90 ships, so they still have a navy. They have just lost all of their capital ships, apparently. I don't know how, I don't know where, and I don't know why. But the British are no longer a threat. And I'm not too far behind the French when it comes to military. So, I can easily close that gap. Yeah, that's apparently going to be a thing. Also, speaking of building up the military, let's build another army. Don't worry, Ethiopia, I don't care enough about you to come after you. Portugal? Weren't you in my sphere previously? I could have sworn you were. I think you got knocked out as a result of a war, but welcome back, I guess. We can be allies. And you know what? I'll try and get Spain too, because why not? God! Yep, okay, I'm gonna need to... I think I'm gonna have to go to war with you. Because I'm pretty sure I need that territory. That's not just a optional for forming Greater Germany. Or for forming the German Empire, rather. In this case, it's Greater Germany, but it's technically just still the German Empire as far as the game's concerned. So we're gonna have to duke it out with the Swedes at some point. Also, did that help secure the Swedes on the scale? Yes, it did. Though it's still only about 20 points, so Prussia building up their military could do it. You know, I don't care enough about Spain, and I actually don't care enough about Portugal either. We can be allies, or yeah, allies, but I don't care enough to really go and try and get them in my sphere right now. I've got much bigger fish to deal with. Two Sicilies is already in our sphere, so we'll leave that be. Ah, no, no. Get out of here, America. And we've expanded our desert. Let's go ahead and get that too. So we can link up these two spots. Luckily, I don't think anybody else... Okay, no, other people are colonizing. Holy crap, we're going to have Scandinavian Africa. In 2 spots. Yep, that's a thing. That's the thing we're going to have to deal with. I'm going to go and get the game up to 5 speed. Yes, Saxony, we can be allies. We're going to have to deal with Scandinavia, annoyingly. I mean, for the most part, we're doing good. We really are. It's just some minor annoyances, for the most part. Croatia has, like, literally no clergymen whatsoever. No! Why would you both go to war with each other? Seriously. Also, what's the war even about first? Okay, Spanish conquest of Douro, or however it's pronounced. So, the choices are support the larger Spain or the smaller Portugal. I think it's obvious who I will choose to support. I will choose to support the larger Spain. Though, realistically speaking, I should have stayed out of the war. And there's our timer. Because since I joined, in theory, another country should be able to choose to get involved on the side of Portugal. And by another country, I mean either the French or the British, more than likely. But that's going to be it for this part. As always, like, favorite, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see you all next time, where we will be continuing to try and deal with the mess that is Central Europe right now. Like I said, we're probably going to have to fight a war with the Scandinavians, annoyingly. So yeah, that's a thing. But that's going to be it for this part. Like I said, I will see you all next time. But until then, goodbye and farewell.